Hi everybody, this is Hero back with another Dragonflight video, and in this video I'd like to talk about a raid healing profile for Holy Priest. And it is a prayer of healing build. And I know lots of reasons to hate on prayer of healing, but guys, in Dragonflight I think it's going to slap. So my recommendation is take a look at this. Here's what is wrong with prayer of healing. It's not a smart heal. Notice this stupid clause, the 4 nearest allies. This will not hunt out people who are low HP. It will look for the 4 closest people in radius to the target that you selected. So this has a drawback, right? It's going to overheal a bunch on people who are at full health. It's not going to heal the people that maybe need it. It doesn't matter. If you stack mastery and you play this, you're going to dumpster the meters. You're going to save everyone's life. And here's why. We don't really have other significant options going forward, and we do have a few things that really make this build pump. Part of it is related to how Prayer Circle is going to operate moving forward. So Prayer Circle was a talent that used to give us only cast time reduction, and we are getting the version that gives us both mana cost reduction and cast time reduction. So this is a 1.5 second cast, and it gets 25% off its mana cost for that 8-second window, which is just excellent. Despite the fact that it's not a smart heal, if you stack mastery, it's going to plow healing because all of those targets are getting hit with a 87% spell power, which will convert into mastery. So really, really good. But there's more. Holy Word Sanctify, because of Light of the Naru and Holy Oration, is going to get cooled down by 9 seconds for prayer, and it will be cooled down by 6 seconds every time you circle due to Rune of Healing. What this means is that in the window of Circle of Healing, you get 6 seconds, and then 1.5 second casts, you can get maybe 2 or 3 of these off. So say you get 3 of them off, that's 27 seconds for 3 casts of Prayer of Healing, plus the 6 seconds from Circle of Healing, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's like 4.5, maybe 5 seconds. So 27 plus 6, 33, plus maybe 6 seconds. That's about 40 seconds worth of CDR that has occurred from the moment you press Sanctify for your next 4 GCDs, essentially. That's gonna, and you could cast more Prayer of Healing. And there's lots of circumstances, i.e., Power Infusion, where this is even better, right? You're just going to get more value out of it. So you can substantially reduce Sanctify's cooldown, and because we have essentially part of the apparatus effect, we can make use of a lot more Sanctifies in a raid setting. Guys, Sanctify has an insane spell power coefficient profile. Compared to Serenity, you just need to hit 3 targets to be more efficient than Serenity's cast. But if you hit 6, you're essentially twice as, or a little more than twice. It's more than 1400% spell power. And yeah, I know, not everyone will need the healing. But guys, the mastery is going to carry you. Because if you have like 50% mastery or something like that, this is like way better, because mastery is better than just 50% of the heal that hit them. It's completely efficient, meaning it will always add to itself. You never overwrite mastery. It just adds to the stack, and it spreads it out over time so that the value is maintained. Instead of, if you get like, people get completely healed up with a revival from a monk or something, then those mastery hits are still there ticking away as people take damage. Mastery is so good on Holy Priest, and that's why it's like our top heal for most raid content. Anyways, so the playstyle is pretty straightforward. You're still doing things like Prayer of Mending because it's just a great heal. Really good value, 300% spell power value. So too with Lightwell, by the way. This is basically a button that says 3-minute cooldown. When things are nasty, use this as a raid cooldown. It's 300% spell power. It's not like significant, like it's not like something to make you go crazy, but it's 300% spell power button, instant cast button. So same thing with prayer. You want to be pressing 300% spell power buttons. They're awesome, i.e. heal, but we don't want to heal. So you put mending out on cooldown, and then circle on cooldown, and sanctify on cooldown, right? That's it. Sanctify is obviously the first thing out of the gates. You can cast this on people even when they're basically topped because of the value of mastery. So you just do that rotation, and when you have circle and prayer circle up, you fill with prayer of healing. That's it. When you're moving, you can cast renews because it's going to still reduce sanctify. That's all we care about. And let's show some of the payoff here. First of all, cosmic ripple. So 42% spell power to 5 injured targets. That's what? 200% spell power for free, right? This is 9 seconds off the cost, or the time, excuse me, of Sanctify. 9 seconds, guys. So we're going to get a lot of cosmic ripple value. Not only that, we get this really interesting piece here, Divine Word, which says every 1 minute, the effectiveness of your next holy word is amplified. So a 1 minute CD, and if you use it on Sanctify, it blesses the area where it was cast, healing allies. We don't have a sense for how good this is going to be, but look at the tooltip above. 50% more effectiveness. Would you rather scale 700% spell power on one target by 50%, add another 350% to push it to 1050 on the one singular target? And again, using Divine Word to do so. Basically a lay on hands, right? Would you rather do that, or would you rather increase a 1400% spell power coefficient by 50%? That's another 700% spell power. So it's essentially adding a Serenity worth of value onto your Sanctify. I think it's pretty clear, right, guys? You just can't compete with this amount of throughput. It's crazy. Halo 2, I mean, if this is mana efficient, great, but it's just a powerful button to have. Divine Star, it's kind of clunky. Maybe it's okay, but Halo is pretty much guaranteed to hit everybody, and it's a good filler button on a 40-second CD. Cosmic Ripple is going to heal for even more, and it's going to restore mana, which is basically incentivizing us to play an apparatus-style build. And for anybody who's like, wait, like, if you're going to lean into apparatus, why aren't you getting Rune of Mending? That seems to be, better. You want to be cooling down both Serenity and Sanctify. And the answer is, unless you're playing Binding Heal and trying to get both back at the same time, there's nothing in here that makes it worth it to do that. Because Binding Heal just splits the CDR. It doesn't give you some kind of bonus to the CDR on both sides. It just says, instead of doing one, i.e. with the heal build, and every heal is going to give you 9-second CDR. We got, on the other side, every prayer of healing is going to give you 9 seconds of CDR. The trouble is, the only thing we have access to is the prayer of healing gameplay. We don't have access to the heal gameplay. We didn't get the flash concentration piece that makes it efficient and fast to cast heal. We got prayer circle instead, right? So I'm just telling you guys, this is going to slap, and it's actually the only option if you want to raid heal. I was like, whoa, it's not the only option. You're an idiot. No, just wait. Anyways, I'm interested to see what Sanctify does, but there's no way you can tell me that scaling Serenity is better than scaling Sanctify. It's just awesome. The other thing that's nice about this is we get access to a little bit more hymn stuff since we're already coming down here to grab Rune of Healing. So Divine Hymn is just even more of a slapper. We get all the goods like Salvation. On this side, we get to pick up all the mana stuff, like Enlightenment and Mindbender to give us mana back, which is great. We also get Puppet Master, so for 12 seconds while Mindbender is out, so every minute we have 12 seconds more mastery, which in this build is just crazy. I think this is probably the most underrated talent point in the entire tree, and I think it's exceptional. This doesn't matter, we just have to get here. What was I going to say? Oh, Twist of Fate's also here. Again, just free healing, which is fine. Every priest is going to get this, but it's not bad. We get our own version of PI when we're PIing our friends, so we don't have to fight about it anymore. And with this kind of a build, a throughput build, you don't care, but getting PI is just awesome. You're just happy to have it. It just gets you back to Holy Word Sanctify that much quicker. We can take things like Holy Word Life. There is some mana savings if we want to get Mind Games, but I don't really know. This is kind of scuffed, but anyways, what are some of the advantages to going down this direction? You do get your Lay on Hands if you want it. So not only do you have Serenity in your pocket, but you also have Holy Word Life as a last minute emergency Lay on Hands. It's 150% spell power, so it's kind of on the low side for a GCD when you could be pumping out Prayer of Healings that are way better. But if they are below that threshold, maybe there's some good weak cores to help us do this. It's worth it. So it's 300% spell power if the target's below 20%. And you don't get the curse. Unwavering Will is got to be the other kind of massive boon for this build. Think about this, guys. Again, it's all about spell power, coefficient, efficiency, pouring into your mastery. So if this is 20% quicker, it's a 2-second cast, goes down to a 1.5-second cast during Prayer Circle, and is cheaper. And then you take off another 20%. So you're looking at like a 1.2 second cast time for Prayer of Healing. 1.2 seconds? Are you kidding me? That's amazing. How can you not play this? It's crazy. Renew, there's some kind of Renew stuff. We're not probably going to be casting much Renew directly, but we'll have a lot of Renew healing through things like Sanctify, or Salvation, excuse me, and Say Your Prayers, which is a nice little tidbit for prayer mending, meaning that we're going to be able to put on automatic renews through the prayer mending gameplay. Nice little bit there. That's the build, guys. I think people who are freaking out about this are kind of dumb. This is way too strong. I don't know what you guys are thinking other healers are going to be doing, but the spell power coefficients are off the charts for Holy Priest. You still have all the good tools. Hymn, Salvation. You have some new tools. A 1-minute cooldown that makes your spell do crazy things. And now you get both mana pieces and more cast speed on Prayer of Healing. Like, it's pretty wild. So I'm looking forward to trying this out. Just figure out how to get those cool mana pots. Maybe there'll be some sweet alchemy stuff that allows us to chug most of our mana pool because, yeah, this is going to be awesome. Okay, that's enough of me blabbering on. Thanks for watching. Please let me know what you think in the comments. You can come and fight me about Prayer of Healing all you like. I'd love to engage. Have a good one.